We are now reading this book by J.A. Wylie, Jesuitism. We are now in chapter 9. This is part 1. Father in heaven, bless the reading of this work. I pray in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Small arms and theological and moral maxims of the Jesuits. We have visited the arsenal of the Jesuits and have surveyed with a sort of terrified wonder and awe the forces which they have called into existence and which they here keep stored up for the prosecution of that great war in which, accounting it but a small thing that they should subdue the earth, they have proposed to themselves an aim no less lofty than to scale the heavens and bring to an end the reign of the eternal King. Besides these greater instruments of war, we find in this magazine a vast variety of what we may term small arms. In this last, we have the principles of the Jesuits, science formulated into practical maxims, and ready for the use by the rank and file of the host, whenever the case or occasion may arise, to which these maxims have been made applicable. The author has given a full historical account of the Jesuits, including their constitutions, organizations, moral code, etc., in the 15th book of his History of Protestantism. He has been careful to give the authorities on which his statements are based. He begs to refer the reader who may wish to pursue the subject to Volume 3, Book number 15 of the above named book. The greater instruments, the principles or sources of power to it are designed for the mighties of the Jesuit army. They only are able to wield these heavy weapons, but here are the subordinates provided for. Here are lighter arms for their feebler hands. Here is the question or cause of conscience, and with it the rule or maxim that regulates it. The Jesuit need never be at a loss if only ordinarily versed in the casuistry of his order. He has but to ask, what does this father write? How has this doctor decided? What rule has he laid down for the solution of his cause? And having ascertained the opinion of these fathers, he is to follow it. Let us run our eye over this spiritual directory, and out of the great multitude of maxims, let us select a few as examples of the whole. As regards the doctrine of sin, the Jesuits, while retaining the word, have taken away the thing. They have put sin out of the world. Following the line of the Decalogue, let us mark how one guided himself by their teaching may do the forbidden act in each of its 10 commandments and yet commit no sin. How do they fear the great and dreadful name of the Lord our God? The Jesuit Bon in his Sumdis just teaches, if one has been hurried through passion into cursing and doing, despite of to his maker, it may be determined that he has only sinned venially. If through invincible error, says Casnadi, you believe lying and blasphemy to be commanded of God, blaspheme. As regards to duty to parents, Escobar teaches in his moral theology, children, if their parents being often besought and entreated refuse to comply, may steal away to relax their mind, as far as customs of their dispositions permit. It is no injury, says Bonnie, down to the paternal power a man hath over his children for another to persuade his daughter to run away with him in order to clandestine marriage against her father's consent. We will read the next paragraph the next time. May God our Father to bless you in his only begotten divine Son, Jesus